I just did a video, welcome, and I'm sitting here and having a soup. And I usually get off course with a lot of things that I do. I want to try and stick on course. This video is going to be really short. It's going to be about Aleph, Beit, Hey, and Vo, and Zayin. Zayin, Z-A-I-N in the Hebrew language, according to this web page that I'm looking at, says to be served, forsaken, astray, to lose oneself, a weapon, an ornament, a sword, the name of the seventh Sephirah, Getzech or something, 148. It's 67 and 717. Now, how do we get 67 in math? Simple, from 2 cubes, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. Telling me the story inside what this relevance to this cube is. If I want to use cube in, I might go down to the keys. Keys telling me cube in, the key in near Cuba, and then it tells me about the coastal line. Or the way, or the place of a Pacific, of the Atlantic Ocean, or anything else, and it's in the word of explanation through the earliest of letters, and I'm running on this. So Zion is 7th. It says wheel, the choice, the vex, the royalty, everything it says in here, to lie, to invent, telling me that coming into the half-life, because I only need the 4 corners for measurement, where the one is free inside the heart to bring on the 7th gate of the house. There are 2 missing in here. If I connect these lines with the 2 missing because of what is here on the other side, I get the H. I get the I. If I hold it this way, okay, and I draw a straight line down, I'll get the N. If I hold it this way, I get the Z. The Z on the end, counting the corners here, because I can't connect through anything because the dot is in the center. So 7 Zion tells me I have the opportunity to think on my own. 6 as Vo tells me the holdfast, the nail, the hook. What is it talking about? 22 for life, 1 and 21. It's telling me about the card that's a jack. What is the jack? The jack is the 11th card. If you're playing the game of war, it becomes the 10th card. What is the difference between a 10 and 11? Let's just say we're into the 2 worlds now, because 10 takes 2 cubes of 55 and there's 2 centers, meaning we're automatically using 2 areas of space. Just simple as that. There are 2 designs used with 55, and 2 ways to get the 55 onto 2 dice, and what the reverse of 55 is, and why 9 is a continuous and renewing all the time with new information, a birth of something all the time coming from outside this world, always entering, or always filtering through, or always, however it comes into this world. So you have inside Vav, then you have Hey. Hey is the 5th letter, and the reason I'm reading you off what these mean is because if you had to start with Aleph Beit, and you wanted to see something between Aleph Beit, we would be looking at Aleph and inside a Beit. Here's Aleph inside a Beit, 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside. So now if we want to know more, we can connect if we want, or we can connect it if we want. And now we have significantly Aleph and Beit, and if we put them together, we have what you look like, the Alpha Omega sign, 5 and 2. Anyways, that's just basically basic. Why should I put this one this way? Why can't I put 1 this way? But look at the difference between the 1, okay, the only way to draw it is I need to use the square paper, and the square paper is telling me I have to draw this dividing 2 sides. When I use the 2, I'm using the complete. I'm dividing a side here, and I'm dividing a side here, telling me 1, 2, automatically 3 areas. I divided a side here. I'm in between the sides here. I'm not dividing anything except for these 2 sides, not below, because I'm in between on that line. When you put that together, it more or less creates the letter R. 52 is the numeric value for Earth. And inside of it, you say the ox and the house. Inside 52, the ox and the house. At the same time, I said hay, because hay and bait are both 5 and 2. 5 and 2 Earth, hay and bait. 6 and 1 vo with the ox. Vo with the ox always go together. But hay with bait, the house is inside of hay, and we no longer need bait anymore, because bait, we take away bait, we have the ox inside hay. So how do we replace these two? We replace it with hay. Hay and bait, the other side. How do we have a rolling dice? Look at this. Jupiter, diamonds are forever. First we have 6 this way, then we have 6 this way, then we have 6 this way, then we have 6 this way, and now we have 6 upside down. Does it make a difference if it's upside down? No. Has it moved 360? Has it moved 360? Yes, it has, because when it got here, look at that. We moved it 1 time. This is 1 full turn. And this is 2 full turns, so we didn't turn it all the way around. In order to turn it all the way around, I would have to turn it again. Would I not? I got the here. No, that would be all the way around. Let me just see something. No, it would not. Let's say we added the extra dot. The extra dot would be up here. Here's 1 turn. Here's 2 turns. Here's 3 turns. Here's 4 turns. Now the dot's on the bottom. I would have to go 5 turns. Then I would have to go 6 turns. Then I would have to go 7 turns. And 8 turns, I'm back into position. So I need 8 times 45 equals 360 to turn around. What else do I need? 8 by 21 hours equals 168 hours. So we turned it around 7, and the 8th one is the complete turnaround. The 8th is the complete turnaround. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and we don't even have to go the whole 21 on this one. This is where we get this at the top, and this is at the bottom, then this is at the top. First it's on this side, and then it's on this side. You can see what I'm doing, where the area marking is on the dice. So it takes 7 is 100, okay, and it's 21 hours equals 147. We're right on that mark again, and then we need the other 21 hours to complete the 8th day. So the 8th day overlaps this cube. Now if I wanted to put on 21.5 or something else, it would be a whole different equation. So because my math is not going to be right on, we're going to do it like this. It's 23 hours. Okay, I didn't get the first one right. Okay, if I was doing the 21 hours, it would be the 21 hours including this one. 21 days for the chicken, the egg to hatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals to 21. So this one would be 23 and 59 minutes. I'm saying to leap off this dice cube to sit flat as it rolls, right? It needs another how many hours to complete this roll? it needs 3 hours. It stays 3 hours here, and then it becomes this, to 6 hours, to 9 hours, to 12 hours, to 15 hours, to 18 hours, to 21 hours, to 24 hours. That would be 3 hours, but it's a little bit less. Here it goes to here, 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 to 15 to 18 to 21 to 24. That's how the rotation goes. So when we start and complete this over here, how many hours would be in there? 3 hours. Divided by 7 days, that would be, how many hours is that? 3 hours into 7 days, 60 minutes a day, 180 minutes in a day. In each day, divided by 7. No, that's 3 hours total. Is it 3 hours? Yeah, it's 3 hours total by 7 days. So that's 180 minutes divided by 7 is 25 minutes a day, 25 to 30 minutes a day. We'll bring it back down to that. Anyways, I have to stop this video. I don't remember where I was going. There were a whole lot of things. The star system. Here's the stars. We go from one cube. There is no center until I draw an X. If I do draw an X, I have to draw stars out here inside the already given to me boxes in order to meet the center of these stars. These will be taking in the 4 corners. Coordinate space, where is the star inside? I'm not going to tell you the center of the stars. I'm going to tell you the extremity of the stars and my stars in the center. Starting from the center. In this one, where I made it twice as big, I got 4 complete boxes using the center as one home for all 4 houses, and I'm going online all the way around, and then I can conjunction in between houses where the stars are, because these are all online. There's 4 of them, and then crisscross for diameter, and then in between for the online in between area space. And that's the way this is done. I'm not exactly sure at all what it means. The mathematics of I and R, total is 43, 7 and 9, plus and minus 36, 50. 18, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, equals 8 and 9, 17. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals 10 and 7, 17. Total is 34 or 0. They're even. Earth, the house, the angel, and the heaven. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I get a little lost when I'm on my own sometimes. I can't say that. That's totally wrong. You need a little bit more soup. There's just so many things going on in the video where I'm relating back from Hebrew and what the letters mean, and where 7 is royalty, because I become the king. I'm running the spirit of knowledge. If I can tap into the knowledge, I can use the knowledge for my advantage or to share my advantage of having the knowledge. The house of Zion. Then who is in the house of Zion? I am in me, or is the spirit of Alpha, Beta in the house. I am, and I get to run around, and I have to use that in the favor of all, because fate is included in this. And what is fate? Fate under which law? And the question is, have we been altered and moved and born in more than one house? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. How much of the second house have we demanded to move into upon our choice of losing our mind before we return back to the first house and back to the heavens from whence we came before the birth of I? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.